What's going on, you guys? Jay with the K back with another video. Uh, we have to have another install for the Kia Stinger 22 GT line. Uh, Today we're actually going to be installing the Flow Series interior lighting kit from lighting Trendz. Um, it's pretty simple install. Like I said, it's just a lot of wires you're gonna have to run through the doors or say under the panels and everything to get everything, nice and neat. There's still gonna be some wires showing. I have to try to find a different way to, you know, hide them a little bit better. But for the most part, everything's pretty hidden except when you open the door. But like I said, a pretty straightforward install. I actually like how it looked. Like I did have an issue with some of my strips because I did try to install it before, but 3 of them wasn't working, so I had to wait for them to send me some new ones so I can install those today. So that's what we're going to be working on. So first I'm going to show you guys how it's set up in the trunk, so we're going to go over that now so you guys can see how everything's wired up and everything. So be right back. Take all this out. You see the little gold boxes for my headliner, my stars. That's what controls it. It's also in the back. Get down a little bit so you guys see a little bit better. See that a little bit for you. All right. As you guys can see, it's a lot of wires back there. These are all the wires that I had to run through the car to power all the strips. This right here is the Bluetooth controller that controls all the modes. This is where the power is coming through. It has this 5-volt regulator. Since our batteries are 12 volts, we need to connect it to this. If we do run 12 volts to these strips, they'll blow or melt pretty much. So we need this regulator to help power the lights. As you can see, I just grounded it here on a normal ground and powering it through here. So like I said, pretty straightforward. It is just plug and play. Biggest thing is just finding the way to run all the wires to the different things. Maybe everyone isn't gonna want to have like the whole dash and doors like I did, but depends on what your preference is. But I think I wanted the whole car to have it, so that's why I got all the different extension cables and everything. It was ran under the seat pretty much, and like I said, alongside of the doors. I was just showing you guys a little bit of how I ran it also, but this is how the trunk looks, or how the wiring will look in the back. Would like to make it a little neater, but there's only so much I can do with all of these wires going so many different ways. So I'm gonna show you guys the rest of it also. Them installed on 3 of the doors right now. My other ones didn't work, so I had to send them back and get some new ones. As you see, I had to take out a lot of different screws and take out the door handle and everything, just so I can get enough slack to actually put this into the door the way I need to. So I'll show you guys how I took the panel off the actual door also after I get this on. So I'll let you guys know. I'll be back. All right, guys, we're back. This is how the door looks underneath the panel. this little part right here, which connects the actual handle and the lock. As you can see, it goes here. It has this little notch right here that you pull, and then to release it, and this here clips in to right here. As you see, you got all these different clips around the door. After you get out 2 screws, it'll be one right here and another right there. Once you get those 2 screws removed, then you could just start popping these clips with a pry tool. Start from the bottom and then just pry your way around, and then you pull it, it'll come right off. So now we're just reinstalling the door panel. As you can see, I have some wires ran underneath here. It's a lot of different wiring I had to do to try to, reroute everything in the car. I got it in that door, and the other front door. I also had it in the dash, which I will be redoing also, but the dash strips wasn't working and this strip wasn't working in this door. So I had to wait for the guys to send me a new one, and now I'm reinstalling them. I tested this line here to make sure it was connecting correctly and it was working, and that one was working. So now I just got to put this door panel back on, and then I'll bring you guys back when it's actually lighting up. All right, guys, I got the panel back on. As you guys can see, it's working this time. It's a lot of different light modes you guys can change in between. I'll probably show you guys that later when it's darker outside, but as you see, we're in the daytime and it's pretty clear. The only thing I need to work on is trying to find a better way to run these wires. As you can see, you have this part hanging out that I had to run underneath here. I want to try to find a way to run it in between or run it through this, but that's going to take me some time to probably have to take off the door and do all of that. So I'll do that another time, but right now this is how I got it. All the doors look like that. As you can see, it's running over here, it's running up front. Now I have to get the dash off on both sides and get these last 2 strips put together. So we're gonna start working on that now. All right, guys, as you can see, I got this side of the dash taken off. Pretty much got this one taken off as well. I just got to take all the screws out, pull it out, and remove the plug for the push start. I can see my pedal commander hidden back there as well. So I got the dash taken out, as you can see right here. I had to loosen it up, unscrew it and loosen it up, so I'll be able to slide this in, and then you can actually trim these to whatever length you need them, which is very helpful. So I want the lights to travel in the way that is coming from the dash this way going into the door, and this way going into the door like the pattern is going here. So you'll have to have, this is where the light starts, so it's going to be traveling this way, so I'll have to have it in here like so. So you can see I already have the wiring tucked under here as well. I'll show you guys how to do that when I put it back together, but I'm gonna go ahead and trim this, put this in here and tighten it back up. Then I'll put this side back up, and then I'll work on doing the other side. So I'm gonna start on that now. All right, guys, we're back. I took the dash apart and got everything installed on here too. So as you can see, now all of them are working. I had to run the wires, of course, from the battery in the trunk all the way around, ran it up under here, all the way under. As you see, it's connected right here. And this one, ran the wires all the way through here from the trunk. I had a lot of extensions that they give you, so you can actually get all this together, zip ties and everything to keep everything nice and neat. So now I have to just put all this back on, put everything back together, and we're finally in shape. So let me go ahead and get this back together, then you guys can just get the full look of everything. But all right, guys, that's another install on my 2022 Kia Stinger GT line. I got a lot of things I'm gonna be working on this year, man, with the car. I had a lot of crazy stuff last year, so spent a lot of money, did a lot of mods, a lot of carbon fiber, as you guys already know. I'll be looking at changing the color soon to a different color, so stay tuned for that. You guys definitely need to follow my Instagram page. It's Dre_ with the K here, just like the YouTube. That means check out my Instagram, man. Like I said, I got a lot of different things I'm working on. A lot of cars coming together. We'll be looking at buying some rims also, but the stock ones are working. I think I'm gonna go to 19. 20 might be a little too big. I don't want, the rims to be too heavy, but as you see, kids, man, as you guys can see, cars coming together pretty well. Got my Adro, my Sidebond carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber mirror caps, carbon fiber pillars, carbon fiber gas door, carbon fiber rear spoiler, the deck lid, and the Adro V3 diffuser. Even got the carbon fiber cover here. Actually, I seen the new light bar that they have for the Stingers. I want to try it, but I don't think it'll fit under here the way it needs to, because it does look a lot better than that single one that we have up there. And just so you guys can see it again, the install I did in the interior with the ambient lighting. Of course, all the carbon fiber I did in here. Won't be touching the inside anymore for a while now. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of work on this car, and I'm loving how it's coming, man. So stay tuned with me, man. I'll be, if you guys have any questions or anything about how I installed it, like I said, feel free to hit me up. I have a lot more installed things coming soon. I have tried to upload a little more, man. I just work so much, me and the wife, so it's kind of hard to upload consistently the way I want to, especially with the kids. I got 3 kids, got a new daughter, so it's a lot going on, man. I'm a father, so I'm doing my best to, keep up with you guys and let you know what I'm doing. I do know how to do a lot of work on this car, so if you guys do have any questions about how to do certain things, I might know, or I can figure it out for you. So definitely hit your boy up, man. Like I said, Dre_ with the K, Instagram, and of course my YouTube channel. Feel free to keep checking me out. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the install. I'm also going to add in at the end of this video how it looks at night too, so you guys can see it like that and get the full effect with that and the stars and everything. So, all right, thanks guys for tuning in, man. Peace. All right, guys, so this is how it looks at night. Like I told you guys, I'm going to try to get you some footage of it. Looks pretty good, man. See, we got the stars in the back too. So you guys can see this is how it looks at night. So I got the dash and the doors. Like I said, it came out great, man. I can't complain. This is definitely what I was looking for when I was thinking about interior lighting. You can lower the brightness of it. This is not the lowest, but it goes a little bit lower than that. It does get very bright also. Probably won't be too good to have it that bright at night, but it does come out pretty well, man. So right now my interior is done for the car for the most part. I do got a couple more things I want to do, but for right now, I'm happy where I'm at. Like I said, everything looks good. I'm happy all the wiring came out well, no more issues, and I couldn't be happier with the final product. So like I said, this is the lighting Trendz interior flow kit. I think it wasn't too expensive. I think it was around like $180. Might have to get an extra couple strips like I had to for the interior. I think they might be like $50 each. So definitely check it out, man, if you guys want to try, doing this with your own car. Like I said, it's not really hard. It's just, pretty tedious, making sure you run the wires the correct way. If you guys want me to be more detailed on how I ran them, I could do a separate video for that. I just want to, throw something quick together to show you guys what I've been working on since I haven't uploaded in a while. So like I said, thanks again for watching the video, guys. Peace.